Steps to starting your biz. There's 6 steps. The first one is ideate, come up with an idea, brainstorm, figure out what the market needs. What's next? Build an MVP. Once you have that idea, instead of building a whole product and spending months and a lot of resources trying to finish that product, build the minimum expression of that product so you can go ahead and validate that product. Then promote it. Once you've validated, which means that there's people willing to pay for it, subscribe, or they give you enough feedback that they're like, you know what, this is something I would use in the real world. The best way of validating something, by the way, is when somebody pays you money for your product. When they're willing to open their wallet, take their credit card out and pay, that is the biggest statement of validation, because people can say, yeah, I'll use it. But until they are willing, until you get that paying customer, you don't really know if it's for sure that that product has a place in the world. So validate, and then once you validate it, it's time to grow it. It's time to get more customers, and the way you do that is by promoting it. And you can do that organically by getting, by blogging, by using inbound marketing. We'll talk about all of these steps, by the way, in the course. Or you could just pay for traffic and get enough traffic that you can convert some of it into paying customers. Then iterate. Your product, you launch it, doesn't mean that's it. Just sit down and forget about it. Once you've launched it and you promote it, then you have to keep improving it based on feedback. And finally, scale. Once you figure out how the machine works, it's a well-oiled machine, it's up to you how big you want to grow. As long as you pick a market that is big enough, really, you could say the sky is the limit. For a lifestyle business, if we're saying you need at least $75,000 a year to have a comfortable lifestyle, you can scale up to that point or more. And we'll talk about scaling, but basically, once you figure out how many visitors do you need in order to reach that level of income, you could decide whether you want to grow by spending more money on different marketing channels, right? Because this is how it works. Let's say that to acquire a customer, it costs you $1, but each customer during their life as a customer for you, during that lifespan, they spend $1.50, right? So you make 50% profit. Which means if you spend $2, you should get 2 people that spend $1.50. That's $3. But for the $2 you spend, and you can scale. That's the formula. That's everything that all the big companies use. As long as they get more money than that they spend in all their marketing channels and overhead, then they have a business that they can scale. Because now they could decide, I'm going to spend $1 million in marketing channels, but I know I'm going to make 50% more once I get enough of once I get the customers that I predict I'm getting, because I already have a well-oiled machine. And to get that well-oiled machine that works, then you have to make sure that you go to the 5 steps below before this one. Very important. So, and just to summarize, ideate, which is brainstorm, MVP, minimum viable product, get feedback, validate, find somebody to pay money, promote, get attention so you can get more people that will pay money, fine-tune your product, and then grow as much as you want, basically. Hey, did you enjoy this video? If you want to see more like this, just subscribe here. If you want a free gift, click here. Yeah. Which one is going to be the one you click? La 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 la